details have started emerging, even as investigators ponder on crucial and critical questions surrounding the demise of immediate former Chief of Defense Forces, General Francis Ogolla. General Ogolla perished in a fatal air crash within Elgeyo-Marakwet County alongside 9 other military officers. Officials are asking hard questions to unravel circumstances under which the air crash occurred. Among things being probed is if there was a breach of protocol leading to the loss of the most protected military man in the country.
Moments after news of the tragic air incident involving senior military officials, among them the Chief of Defense Forces, General Francis Ogolla, got out, the country was sent into grief, everyone asking what had transpired. This is the first ever reported tragic death in the history of the country, involving a serving Chief of Defense Forces who had not just died in office, but died in the line of duty. So was there a breach in protocol, procedure and operations when the CDF visited an operation area?
Na wakati walikuja, walikuwa ni ndege 3. Ndege ya kwanza ililand vizuri, na ndege ya pili ilikuwa na sauti ile haikuwa kawaida, na wakaland tu safely na wakakaa hapo. At around 1:30 wakatoka huko, na few moments tu ndio ikaanguka kwa shamba hapa chini.
The fatal air crash has left everyone perplexed with questions on just how, why, where, who and what really happened, dominating the people's thoughts. Investigators have to piece this together.
Tukaona ndege nyingine hasa ikitokea jeptule lifi ilikuwa na sauti nyingine si mzuri. Sauti si kama ile ya helicopter ile kamili. Wakati tulifika tukaribu chui yetu hivi, sisi tukatoroka sababu ilikuwa imekuja chini kusama miti. Tukaona propeller imenyamaza, haisunguki hasa ikalanda chini tu pop. Wakati hapo chairman hasa ndio alipiga simu kuelezea Koskei wa KDF kwamba ndege imeanguka kwa ile shamba, sababu Koskei ndio anatusaidia kila wakati kwa hii shamba. Koskei akasema muokoe. Sasa sisi tukafahamia hasa ndege kukata mlango na kutoa tu watu huko ndani. Wale wengine walikuwa wanakuja wako wamepona, si mbaya sana, lakini wengine walikuwa wamekufa.
President William Ruto has already ordered for the immediate establishment of an inquiry into the horrific incident led by the Air Force Investigations Team. The probe will include senior investigators from the Air Investigations Department, the Military Intelligence, and their counterparts from the Directorate of Criminal Investigations.
It's up to the government now to have the public know exactly what happened, or at least get a brief of what actually happened that led to this aircraft.
Sources aware of the ongoing investigations have revealed that they are already working on getting crucial details on the history of the helicopter that crashed. The history will include reports from the manufacturer and maintenance records. Investigators will have to travel to the scene of crime and interrogate witnesses and responders to the crash.
Siwezi jua kulikuwa na dalili gani, lakini kile tu mimi niliona ni kwamba ndege ilikuwa na itilafu, shida tu ya kuanguka.
This will be collaborated with the mitigating factors on information from the person who allocated the plane to carry senior military officials into the operation zone. Questions emerging on why the CDF did not use his official tank plane when visiting such an operation area. Intelligence reports have also disclosed the team will keenly diagnose the technical status of the ill-fated chopper before making any conclusion. After consideration of these factors, survivors' reports will be attached and confidential and detailed findings forwarded to the President. Our source disclosed that the details and information of the probe will remain confidential and will not be shared to the public. The report will include findings on what really transpired and its recommendations. Among theories being pursued are if the accident was as a result of a technical failure or human error. The history of the pilot will also be of interest in the probe. The Air Force helicopter had a successful journey with the senior military officials on board from Nairobi to the counties of Baringo, Turkana, Elgeyo-Marakwet, and were to finalize their security tour in Uasin Gishu. However, moments after takeoff from West Pokot County, the helicopter crashed and burst into flames. Only 2 people out of the 11 on board survived. This saw the tragic end to a man who was not only at the helm of Kenya's defense forces, but one whose security and protocol matches that of the president. Kenyans are asking important questions on who should carry the responsibility of such a tragic air crash, touching on the life of a senior military official and the Chief of Defense Forces. Among questions being asked is, was it necessary for the CDF to tour the region? And where was the Army commander or his juniors from the Army, as well as the Western Command Region Commander? Also, why was the helicopter used by the CDF not armored? And even though in the military they say officers don't disobey orders, was it necessary for the CDF to tour the operation area? Former military officials have argued military accidents don't just happen, or rather, they never happen. And so, what really led to this horrific air crash? Investigators have a hard nut to crack as the country continues to mourn her most gallant fallen soldiers.
All right, there you go. And